happen. All right, and we have AI generated transcripts being done. It's a wonderful thing. So agenda for today. First up at bat is, of course, club financials. Then we're going to get a brief report from the committees. I don't see Richard Morris here, so if someone, I did ping him. If someone can continue pinging Richard while we're on the call, that'd be great.
You want to tell us what this event is?
Yes, this is the 2025 AGM, actually 2024 AGM in 2025. Coolness. So we'll have reports from the committees, then we'll have elections. That's right, up for bat these days is the autocross, time attack race, and my job. So I'm going to be nominating someone, yay, so I can take a little break. I'm not going away. I'm just going to hand the reins over to someone else, hopefully, if someone takes it.
Secretary too.
And secretary as well. Okay, and so I'll be handling the secretary votes. Laz will be handling the other ones. It's really easy to vote because once we say once you hear the nominee's name admit that one, Malcolm.
Yep.
Okay, there's a raise hand section on top, so we can count the number of people that raise their hands. It's that simple.
You see all of them now?
What's that?
You see all the hands?
Oh yeah, we will see all the hands because if you click on people, you'll see all the people on the right-hand side of the screen, and you'll see their hands raised, just like that, just like Mark raised his hand.
Oh, I get it, but I see a panel of 9 on this screen, not 15.
Well, you can
look at that participant list.
Yeah, go to participant list on the right. Okay, and then Doug will be playing us a tune from his whatever he's going to play on his guitar. I'm kidding. We're not going to put you on the spot, Doug. All right, and then we're going to give away some stuff. And the stuff we're going to give away is, of course, sets of Toyo tires. We have 5 sets to go through, and I'll be spinning the wheel, and I'll explain how that goes afterwards. We'll do that live. And, all right, any questions? All good? All right, so why don't we start with Mr. Ivanod, and let's get to the financials, get the boring stuff out of the way.
Last one. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yep. So we got.
Perfect. So you want the good or the bad? The good is we are up just about $1,500 from last year. Reality is costs all in line with what we had before. Memberships, event income, sponsorship always makes it possible. Without sponsorship, we would not break even. We'd be short $3,000+ a year. Affiliation costs, insurance costs. So insurance was $1,700 last year. Operating bank, PayPal, advertising of $1,000. So everything's pretty much in line with years previous. Food and track rental. The only difference here was that CAA was cheaper because it was a one-day event, but we generated less income. So net result is we are positive this year by about $1,500. Anybody have questions?
Yay.
Black is good.
All right. Yeah, whoever's clapping. Awesome. And I think there's a BRB kid calling. Okay, that's not a question. That's fine.
Yeah, so going into this year financially, I think we're going to be spending a bit more on food because obviously the food that we were getting at CTMP was lackluster for the first 2 events. So went to a different provider. It cost us 40% more, but 40 or 50% more, but that's the tune of a few $100. So we just got to work at getting a few more entry fees for that. PayPal, or sorry, the advertising, we spent less this year than last year. It was only like about $700 or $800 for Facebook ads and stuff like that, which we could probably do with a bit more spending there. That's it. That's my only comment.
Awesome. So this year, one of the questions that keep on coming up is, when is the ADC? The reality is the ADC is having a tough time because the venues that we normally have, which is the CAA Center, that's what it's called now, right? used to
Yep.
be Powerade, is booked for a whole lot of stuff. Ivano's been trying to get that, so it's not going to work out. Their first opening is in September, which leaves us in a bit of a bind. We're actually approaching the Toronto Congress Center, but my guess is to rent and if we do get the Toronto Congress Center, we'll be again back in business, but the expenses will go through the roof, and we'll have to talk about that. Typically, the Toronto Congress Center rents their lot for about $5,000 a day. That's what we rented it for way back in the day for the Canadian Nationals. Wasn't it, Ivano, about 5,000?
Oh, it was like, yeah, it was fine. It was a lot of money back then.
It was a lot of money back then, so I don't think they'd go down in price. So I've got a note out to them. Failing that, Daniel came out with an amazing recommendation to run it in conjunction with OTA at the paddocks at DDT. Chances are we'll go that route. And when is the event at DDT? Because I got to contact Giuliano. Anyone know?
Hang on.
I think it's May 3-4.
May?
OTA.
May 3-4, I think.
Okay.
I think they need it for the school, but we could share it on the Sundays with the 4th, I believe, is what is the last thing that was discussed.
Sunday the 4th. All right. So yeah, I'll give them a call this Monday or set a discussion this Monday, find out what the costs are, and then we can, if that's the route we're taking, we'll start the advertising campaigns on that. And of course, we would love to have your participation there in form of volunteers to help the newcomers get into this addiction. Go ahead.
Interrupt for a second. The reason why CA doesn't have space for us is that they've picked up a couple of new sports teams. So a new hockey team, a new basketball team. And because of playoffs and the fact that the team's done well in past, the team in Brampton hasn't done very well, but because they've done well, the playoffs will push them out until May. And so they won't guarantee it. Plus they have like a preacher that had already booked a year and a half in advance. That's going to be there on the Sundays or the Saturday night. So that was the reason they just won't give it up. And now they used to own the building all on their own. Now, in the last few years, Brampton has taken it back because it was a land lease. And Brampton has say in how the lot outside gets used. They have a lot of festivals. And I think her exact words were anything cultural gets precedence over motorsports. It's very easy. So because of all the cultural festivals that run there, we are being bumped basically. So I think it's
after
the first
20 years.
20 plus, yeah, it's like 20 years, over 20 years that we've been going there. Other than when I think it was the COVID one that we missed. We haven't missed one. And she was disappointed. She was trying to find a way, but it's like September.
Aren't we very culturally diverse though? Does that not count for anything?
Sorry, if you look at this call, not so much.
I don't know. There's the token high there. And we got someone from, the, what's it called? A defector.
What did she say to me? She said, if you want to run a cultural festival, she goes, there's a good chance I can get you the lot. I'm like, well, not really. We're not doing that.
Motorsports is a culture, is it not?
Evidently not one that
one they care about. Yeah.
That the mayor cares about. Okay, not the one that the mayor cares about. So that was it. That's the reasoning behind it, not because of anything else. So
thank you. Can I just confirm those dates? Yeah, May 3rd is the school at DDT, the OTA school, and May 4th is the event. So it would be May 4th.
Correct. May the 4th be with you. Scott's trying to get in. If we can actually send Scott the link, that'd be great, please.
Yep, I'll do it.
Yep.
How do I do that though?
Here, I'll forward to Scott. Hang on.
Give him the email.
Yeah, I will forward the email. Right click, forward. Does anyone have Scott's email?
Murphin?
What's that?
Murphin?
Scott Murphin we're talking about?
Yeah.
Race ambassador?
Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, just spell the whole thing out. I'm typing it. Don't all speak at once.
I got to log into email to see if I have it.
Joe, you're going to post this to YouTube. You might not want to speak his email address.
That's correct.
There you go. There you go. It's in chat now.
Thank you.
All right. So let me just get the chat Let me forward this, and I'm not sharing the screen, so nobody's. There we go. Done. Sent. All right. So where are we next? Are we done with club financials and discussions around that event? Yes, I guess so.
Yes.
All right. So reports from the committees. Since Richard Morris isn't here, we'll skip on the time attack and get on to autocross. Who's our autocross dude?
I think that'd be me.
All right,
Mr.
and
Lynn.
it's going to be a really short report.
Well, I'm gonna cover a little bit about 2024. The club members that won awards. If I miss anybody, please jump in. And then 2025 season. So, as a quick recap of all the clubs, so BMW CCA Trillium, they ran 3 events last year. That was at the Power Rate Center, CA Center. OMSC and PMSC, they did joint events last year. That was at the CNTP, the DDT paddock. They ran 6 events. 1 was canceled. PADA, they had 5 events, but they mostly do those at TMP on the track itself. Piddle had 8 events. They've been running at Church on the Queensway. I think they've been doing that for a few years. TLMNC, they've done, I guess, their last season at the Salton Center. They had 7 events, including 1 at the go-kart track at Brenton. That was a nighttime event, so a little bit different. Waska, they had 8 events, including 2 double headers. And then I move on to awards. So I believe Walter came 3rd in C Stock Plus class in his Ford Focus RS at Piddle. So congrats to Walter. And Daniel Fryer in his NC Miata, I believe he came 1st in STR in Waska, 3rd overall, and then also he got 2nd during the unofficial official regional event.
Back to Miata, eh?
Yeah, those Miatas are good. So moving on to 2025 season, BMW CCA kind of what Ivano filled us in with the Power Race Center. So their club isn't able to get any events at that location either. So unfortunately, they're not running any autocross events this year. But they will have their regular Tyrac Street Survival School. That one's being held in Milton on May 10th, and they're also holding a second one on October 5th. OMSC and PMSC, they're planning to do like those joint club events again this year, but they don't have any dates scheduled. It might be on the DDT skid pad again. And then PADA, the schedule is still TBD. And then Piddle's running 8 events, including 1 test and tune this year. First event is going to be May 31st. TLMNC, because they don't have the center anymore, so they're working on securing a new venue. Waska is still going to be at Centralia Airport. I believe they have 8 events, and then 5 out of 8 best events to qualify for the championships. And what they're doing differently this year as well is they're also holding a senior championships. So for any competitor that's over the age of 60 will qualify as long as you're over 60 by the event number 1. So a separate, different series is something new that they're trying out.
So,
yeah, Ivana had a question.
So you qualify?
Me?
Sorry?
I qualify.
I qualify.
So you guys want to go class now. See, now you can win again. There you go.
Oh my God. Yeah. I need a car that weighs less than 1,800 kilograms, 1,870 kilograms.
You want to use our accent?
Actually, funny thing is, your ascent is 1,890 kilograms.
I know.
I believe so. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you need a car lighter than you.
Well, I'm at 173, so I don't know, man.
Good weight.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I hijacked you there, Mark. Go ahead.
That's all
Okay.
right.
I'll just touch a little bit about classing and safety and some reminders this year as well. So for those that are running SCCA type of classing, which the CSCOR rules are based off, SCCA has new classes this year. So they're redoing their whole street touring ST classes. So it's going to be SST, then AST, which used to be called STR, BST, which used to be called STU, CST, DST, which used to be called STX, EST, which was STS, and then GST, which was STH. So along with those class changes, there's also going to be a bunch of different changes with the PAX classification as well. And then just the last one, a little bit about safety, is that for helmets this year, we're only going to be used Snell or SA 2015 going forward. And then that's it for my updates.
That is awesome.
That was
Any
excellent.
questions for Mark? That was a great job, dude.
Thank you.
No questions. Oh my
So
God.
Question. Good.
Go ahead.
Isn't 2015 the current standard?
2015, yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
they're
but
gonna
I mean, you can
stick-
also get 2015, 2020, or 2025 helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we don't have to
2025
change
just
them.
came out.
We don't have to change them quite yet this year. Next year, we'll have to change them, I expect, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before
Generally, it's 10 years from the last 10 years from the
Okay.
date plus one. You
Got
get
it.
a year to upgrade.
Got it. So I have to change mine. That's why I'm thinking about it
Yeah.
next year.
I got a new one from last year. I don't even know what. Anyways, good. All right. So next up at bat, again, Richard's still not here. So we'll move on to
Rally.
Rally.
Sure. So for 2024, we had actually fairly low participation in terms of competition entries, with only Steve and I entering together for a single NAV Rally event. We did okay. But we do have a number of people constantly volunteering at events. So Stephen Opal, Nick Hall, Laszlo, myself, maybe missing a name or two, plus a number of people that come out regularly to spectate. So thanks to all those people that come out and help run Rally. For 2025, there are a good number of events coming up. The Rally Sprint series has restarted, so I believe they're planning 3 events for that. The first one being out for in June. The Rally Sprints, compared to Stage Rally, it's a very similar type event, but they have lower restrictions to cage requirements and all that. It still is required, but it's a good way for anybody with a car with like deprecated standards to still be able to compete. They do have lower speeds and whatnot, and some limitations on where they can run. But those events are generally well attended. There are the Ontario Road Rally Championship events going on. There's actually a slight increase of events there. The Rally of the Voyageurs has been added back to the mix, and that is running up in Pachacoma on April 5th.
Where the heck is that?
Like north of Peterborough.
Okay, cool.
There's the same actual roads that the Black Bear Rally runs at. Well, they're only using the quarry road, so it should be quite a fast event. Hopefully the roads are dry, and so I'm looking forward to that. Then we've also got Tall Pines, which the organization committee is already working well on that. Also worth noting, Rallycross. So there's 2 clubs hosting Rallycross. I think the Ottawa Sports Car Club is running them. They're actually in the Shannonville area. There's a motocross track there that has done like a prepared car facility. I can't remember the name of it, but it's in the Shannonville area, so that's not bad. Also, Kitchener-Waterloo is running a series in Cambridge. Now, I actually went to one of their events last year just to check it out. It's also at a motocross facility, but the rallycross track is in a farmer's field. The event is quite passable in a normal car. Nothing lowered. Obviously, you are going to go over bumps and all that, but I went around it in my car. There's no issues there. A number of the competitors do drive their vehicles there, so it is a fairly low cost way to get into rally as well. I think they're charging around like $100 for entry, and it is a well attended event. They usually sell out, so that series is running as well. I think that's it.
That's quite.
So come on
that's
out
quite a lot.
and get dirty.
All right. Who's our race ambassador? Do we have one this year? Laz?
I'm not sure. Scott was our last race ambassador. Is that not correct?
But I don't know. Are you still, Scott? Sorry, my memory's failing.
I wasn't sure if we had, because I wasn't able to be at a lot of the race events. But I am always available to anybody for questions or helping. So
we know you have a big heart, Scott.
And an acting career.
Yeah,
and an acting career. That's right.
It was interim while we look for somebody.
Who was it?
I believe it was Scott, interim while we look for somebody.
Yeah.
Who was able to do all the events.
So yeah, we won't put you on the spot, Scott. It's fine, because it's our.
Yeah,
all right.
I can answer more about Time Attack, but
well, if you want to give a brief on Time Attack, I'm sure people are interested.
So we do have a new director now for the 2025 season, and I believe we are at 6 events. We have the DDT school, and we have 2 GP track schools, a GP lapping, and then yes, a GP event, or maybe 2 GP events. I'd have to double check where we stood on that.
I think it's 2 GP events, Scott.
Yep. So 2 schools on the Saturday and then 2 events on the Sundays. And we also have Shannonville added to it.
Awesome.
Shannonville got added back. Shannonville got added back. I didn't see it on the original calendar for Time Attack.
I believe we had a date, or that was still in the works as a projected date. But
okay, that's good. Just
and then
I was sad to see it gone originally.
Yeah, and then I'm also putting together a webinar for the instructor training for current instructors, just to be updated prior to the first school.
When are you planning that? When are you planning that, Scott? Because I'm booking dates way in the future right now.
I was going to try to look at the calendar this coming week because yes, there's been just so much on the go. But here I can open my calendar up at the moment. Because I think the one weekend that I was thinking turns out that it's Easter. Because prior to the school. Now, I also can give an option of it being in an evening, if it's not on a weekend, but I wanted to send something out to all the instructors and see who can attend what dates. So it could either be on the April 12th or that following week prior to the Good Friday in the evening.
All right. Okay. I'll make it work, Scott.
Coolness. Thanks for the update, Scott. That's awesome. All right. Are we done with reports from the committees?
Well,
3, 2, 1.
Do we have a Time Attack?
No, that's what Scott just gave, a Time Attack update since Rich wasn't around.
Okay, because Rich wasn't around. Got it.
That's right.
Do you need anything?
Hey, can he do a speech, Evan?
I would love it to. Sorry, I'll be back in a second. He's demanding.
Is he up for director as well?
We know where he gets it from.
I know. He is high maintenance.
Yeah. All right. Next, we're going to move over to elections.
Elections. Okay.
Yes, elections. So first up at bat, President. let me just give a little bit of background there. Okay.
Yep.
So the way SPDA is structured, okay, we do have a board and we call them the co-founders. There are five members of co-founders, I believe.
If you
That's
consider
because
Tony.
Well, Tony is inactive. So is whatever his name is, Pete. Pete's inactive. So we do have 5. So we got Trevor, myself, Malcolm, Ivano, and Steve. So the co-founders are always there. I've been the president since, wow, 2020? No. When did we start this? Yeah, 2020.
Right. And you're good for another 5 terms now.
So ideally, as president, you're not left alone to run the entire organization. There's great people here. So we would like to have a different president, new views coming in, see what we can do, refresh, re-energize, okay? Because this guy's old, just saying. So I'm not stepping down. I'm still going to be part of the board. I'm still going to be helping wherever I can. I'm still going to be at every event, but I would really like a new president up here. So that's why that's up. And I believe nominations are open from the floor.
So for elections, name the current incumbent, state the term, call for nominations, vote if 2 or more candidates. Yep. That's the process. And for president, Joe T's the current incumbent. Are there any nominations for the next president?
Well, I will nominate Joe T. Despite we need a fallback plan, right? So
yes.
Yeah, should I ask if he's open to re-election if there's no more other candidates?
If there's no other candidates, yes.
Okay. Is someone nominating Steve D? That's what I heard. Danica?
Ivano?
You just did. Somebody should second it.
Okay, someone should second that.
Does Steve know?
Oh, there you go. Nicholas Hall. There you go. Nick seconds it. We'll be verifying with Steve as well.
But Steve has to accept first, guys.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here.
You're gonna
Are you messaging Steve?
Sorry, yeah. Every
gonna call him.
3 minutes, I get a little hiccup with the call. So.
Yes, Nick, you're frozen with your hand up, like your finger up like that.
Oh,
At
really?
least, yeah, it's not.
Just turn the video off.
I think he's nominating himself.
Yes.
Oh no,
no,
not nominating myself. I was gonna second.
Sorry, really quick question. Do you accept the nominee for president?
Sorry, are you asking myself?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Steve Danica.
Okay, we have a yes.
Steve D. D.
There's a lot of that going around.
So, are there any other nominations?
Yes, it's on right now. Would you like to join us?
You can vote for yourself.
Okay. Come on online and we'll be happy to see you.
Okay, so why don't we defer that? At least he's accepted the nomination.
Any other nominations, though?
Yeah, just to clarify, if you couldn't hear, he said yes, but he would not like to be president. So,
how can you accept the nomination?
That's hesitant.
He would prefer if we had somebody else. Is the way I read that.
Okay, nothing like being cryptic, right? So let's wait for Steve to join in.
Let's do
defer
secretary
that
now.
Secretary. So secretary.
Handing it over to you.
Yes. So secretary, really important job. A lot of note taking and coordinating stuff. Laszlo's been doing a great job. And so Laszlo, are you willing to stay?
Yes, I'm willing to be up for re-election.
Okay. Any other nominations from the floor? By the way, this is as serious as we ever get. Okay.
Yep.
So
So
no
the job is pretty
nominations?
easy. You can do it remote. You don't have to volunteer like I do. You have to do the mailing and manage the mailing list and
Yeah.
do the AGM minutes, right? When we're finished, we have to do some sort of AGM minutes as part of our legal obligation as a club. That's it.
Yeah. Thank goodness the transcripts are on so we can
Yep.
use those as minutes. So it made life easier. All right. So since there's no nominations from the floor, 3, 2, 1, Laszlo, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nominated.
Okay.
Accept it.
Do you
Okay.
Great. Next go ahead. All yours.
I don't know. Do you have to anyway, does it have to be ratified or something like that? Doesn't matter. Let's go on. Let's go on. So the ambassador. So again, back to elections. The ambassadors are up for re-election. It's a 2-year term. Autocross is one of them. Mark Lynn is our current incumbent. Mark, you've been here for 2 years, right?
Yeah,
this
is the second year. Yeah.
So then you would have given an update on the last one. You did an amazing update, by the way.
Yes, it was
I
fantastic.
wouldn't want to lose you now. Are you willing are you up for nomination for another term, 2-year term?
Sure, I'd be up for nomination.
Okay. Are there any other candidates that people want to nominate? Any other nominations for autocross ambassador from the floor here? The floor. Virtual floor.
3.
Going once, going twice, going twice. Okay. So Mark, you're up for another term. Thank you for your contribution, and we look forward to working with you again and going forward. Okay, moving on. Time attack. So Rich isn't even here. Rich is our time attack.
He was
ambassador.
recently appointed, so this is his official. Unless someone else wants to grab it, we can put it onto the floor. So Rich has agreed to stay on.
Okay, good.
Any nominations? Anyone from the floor want to take time attack ambassador? You get a lot of food.
It's better if you're participating, right? Competing, and you're involved. You're aware of what's going on, and you can help out by being the liaison with our club. That's it. Anyway, no nominations. Then Rich gets it automatic by whatever acclamation. There's some word for it.
That's it. Acclamation.
Okay, next.
And then there's race.
Race ambassador. Scott is currently our interim temporary ambassador. Are there any nominations for race ambassador from the floor?
I'll nominate Evan.
Sorry, what's that, Trevor?
I will nominate Evan.
Evan, yeah.
Evan, are you up? Would you accept?
No, I have zero free time right now. Like my car is in pieces right now. So like I don't have my personal life into order right now. So
you're declining the nomination?
Yeah, I'm declining. I would love to, but I am how would I say effed this year.
I am
Joe,
planning
have
on
you any
2 or 3 events this year.
Sorry, what was that, Scott?
I am planning on 2 or 3 race events this year.
Okay.
Would you be willing, Scott? Would you be willing to be interim race ambassador again until we find someone else?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
If I get my life in order, I will try to share that responsibility with Scott, but I no guarantees right now. I would love to help, but it's just work is insane right now.
Well, there's 24
Steve
hours
was able to use...
and then there's the night.
Yeah, and I'm working about 16 of them.
Well, then there's still the night.
Current capacity.
All right, now that Steve is here.
Yep.
We can put that to a vote.
Replacement found. Okay, so how do we do this vote thing? Okay,
So-
so for president,
Actually-
there are, go ahead. Steve?
It's a done deal because that's the only nomination from the floor, and I already mentioned that I'd like to hand it off. So
So you're declining, and then so by acclamation, Steve
Yes.
D gets the president role?
yes,
Did you hear that, Steve?
he's on mute.
I know, but you can still hear me.
Yeah, but he can at least nod or shake his head.
Steve D, do you
He's
realize
probably
you're
wincing
being
right now.
Give him a minute.
Okay,
Okay,
I
I'm
thought I had mute off, not mic off. Yeah, great start for president.
We
Well,
have confidence in you, Steve. It's president
Yes.
just doesn't do a virtual thing. He does other things too, more importantly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, sure.
Accepted nomination.
I've taken enough years off. Yep. Joe needs a
Awesome.
break.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
That'll help the club. Steve,
Yeah.
what a team player.
Woohoo.
Accepted nomination.
Taking it for the team.
I've also just
Okay.
seen this note about getting a randomizer, so I'm looking for it.
No, I have one. Steve,
Oh,
don't
good.
worry about it. I got it. It's I got a Wheel of Fortune going.
All right.
So autocross is done. Time attack is Rich. Races Scott continues. President is Steve D, and I'm secretary. Continue to be secretary. Okay, I think we can motion and ratify or whatever, but I think that's the deal.
We'll bring
I
it to a
think we
close. Need
also,
someone to second it.
There you go.
I think we also have Nick in social
Oh yes.
situation.
Nick
right?
is appointed as social dictator.
Nick, you like being social dictator? Are you willing to stay on for another term?
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you'd like, we could
Great,
change it to
thank you.
social influencer. That's
No.
what kids these days like.
No.
I don't want
I
to see
thought
your
there is a
outfit,
social
buddy.
position, and mine's different.
Director.
All right. So let's bring that to a close and
for
move on
a
to the next.
second term. Okay, over to you.
All right. So here's the Wheel of Fortune. I believe if you can see this, you can actually zoom in by clicking on the shared image and going to the bottom left-hand side of your screen, you can zoom in. So basically what we did was we took all the entries and we put all the names, like Daniel, for example, did 16 events. We put 16 entries of Daniel here. Who else? Walter did 17, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. I did this last night. Put all the names here, then we click shuffle so that it's randomized. These are for a complete set of Toyo tires, okay? And we're giving away 5 sets. Is that correct, Ivano?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay.
I was multitasking. I thought I was on mute.
Are you having breakfast?
No.
So it's going to be 1 set per winner. So if you win a set, I'm going to be removing all your names from here. There's a way to do that all at once. That way it gives everyone else a fair chance. The more times you've entered just increases your probability of winning. So the first set of tires we're giving away is for what, Ivano?
Which category?
Yeah, which category?
Come on, guys.
I never remember these things.
We listed this in our meeting.
I know.
Where's the minutes from the meeting? So I'm not pressured into having to just all perform all of us.
So let's ask.
I'm not a circus clown. I don't perform well under pressure right now.
Oh my God.
So somebody better. I wasn't prepared for this.
That's fine.
Line of questioning.
Okay, there's attendees. Attendees is one. Volunteers is another one. And then
So last, since you got the list, let's.
I'm going from my head here. Attendees, but I know those are
One from the
categories.
membership.
Volunteers. All volunteers at SBDA events, right?
Yep.
Or CASCOR events. What is
CASCOR
it?
events.
Volunteers.
Sorry, Joe, did you prepare the membership list?
I actually, let's do this.
Did you did you prepare one from the current list of members? I have it, the list of members. I can pull it up.
No, I don't have that one.
Okay, I'll get that ready while you guys deal with this one.
Okay.
Could I ask a question about memberships actually, kind of before we get to this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've always had this question in the past, and because we don't talk much, I always forget about it. But I think I've paid for memberships maybe like twice, and I've been doing this for like 10 or so years now. Is there any way to track memberships or get people to pay for their memberships? Why am I not being forced to pay for my membership? Because I want to give you money, but no one seems to be bothering me to give you money.
You can send it to me.
You
Okay.
probably
Malcolm. That's Malcolm.
because you probably did 5 years at a time.
Yeah.
So
I know I paid for like bulk, but like I think it was only like 3 years.
So Doug, I'll look up your current membership status, but if you remember your login to the SPDA site, you can go and buy membership there. And if you don't remember your login, let me know.
Okay, I don't think I do.
Okay.
But Doug,
Malcolm,
Yeah.
do you have the
totally
complete list
frank.
in front of you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just let this.
I'm pulling it
Well,
over.
because I noticed on the spreadsheet at the beginning, we have like 970 something members. Are all 970 members paying for their annual memberships?
No, there's not that many members. That's $900 worth of memberships.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I read that.
Memberships are
I
down
misread that.
to about 100 and I'm gonna pull it. I just did it recently. It's about 120-ish.
So
Okay, I have the list, Joe.
awesome.
I just made it from my head, so you got to confirm it. Okay,
You're-
so one set
But
of
let me
tires.
answer Doug first. Okay.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So this club has never been about the money. As a matter of fact, we made it a point not to be about the money. That's why we go get sponsors. The club is all about getting people in to participate and get volunteers to do events, which you have been doing. You've been volunteering and participating in events. So, we do turn a blind eye on the $20, $30, $40. It's not a big deal at the end of the day. The key is to bring in new people to get addicted to this motorsport, which a lot of you have been helping out on. So that's the honest truth from the very beginning. As a matter of fact, when we first registered SPDA as a CASCOR company, they forced us to charge membership. It was not CASC, it was ASN. Terry up. You have to charge membership. So, okay, we'll charge membership.
So where it becomes important, Doug, is if you're in a CASCOR or ASN or Rally Sport Ontario or CARS series, we need Malcolm to put your name into the database as having a valid date of payment. So if that's not the case, then yeah, you can get caught up, as they mentioned, on the SPDA.
Malcolm's pretty quick at getting it updated when you find out you're not in there.
Oh yeah, he's very
already done it for sure. He's
So
He's
one
got
of
his
the
eye on me
past,
now.
CASCOR secretaries was very diligent in making sure everybody on a list of receiving trophies at the end of the year at the CASCOR banquet was in her database. But I don't think there's the same organization at CASCOR right now. So it's probably why we've been getting away. Now, there's also no CASCOR Auto Slalom series. Is it mostly Auto Slalom you've done? Doug?
Oh, yeah, like I've done some time attack, but not really. I just don't have enough time. So some autocross and mostly just coming to these events. Like I like volunteering, but it also gives me a chance to still participate, right? So
yeah.
So the other reason for it is for insurance. So I can ask Laszlo to help me get people on back to paying for memberships. So
yeah, and it's not that like I understand what Joe's saying. Like we do it to bring people into the sport, and it's not about the money. But at the same time, just from a personal stance, like I don't want to be coming to an event which I feel like I'm getting for free, and sitting in a car getting sick for a little while isn't so bad for some laps around a track. But like just on a personal side of it, it's like I want to pay my share. You know what I mean? And I know there's other people as well, people that I know that probably haven't been updated either. And I don't know if I don't know what the word I should use is, but like they feel as guilty as I do for not
Well,
for
tell
not
them
being.
we said thanks.
Yeah, Well, just not paying the portion, because it's only like what, $30 or whatever. It's not a big deal.
Or less.
Or less.
Or less.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Doug,
the
do you have an
past
email?
administration was
Thank you.
lax on this. We're going to make SPDA better again. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make you
Oh no!
Oh boy. Fascist leadership right there.
Oh, he went there. He went.
Go
Okay,
When
let's move
do I
on.
not, Ivano? When do I not?
So Malcolm currently manages the memberships for us. So he's the guy.
So, guys, I can confirm right now there's 104 members paid, or with a paid membership. So when we get to that draw, I will do that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So what do we have, Laz? What were the?
Okay, so let me just go over the categories to make sure this is correct. A set of tires for attendees today at this meeting. The next one was volunteers for Cascor events, but I think that's one set, and then 2 sets for SPDA members, or am I mixing those 2 up?
Yeah, you're mixing those 2 up.
You have,
and then lastly was special contributions. So some individual who gave special contribution to the club. Is that correct?
yes,
I believe so.
That is correct.
That's 5. So there's 2 for volunteers and 1 set from the membership.
I think it's the
collective,
other
right?
way. It's 2 for participants, 1 for volunteer, 1 for attending this meeting, and then we had a special title for it. But yeah, special contribution to the club.
Sorry, 2 participants, 1 volunteer, 1
attendee of this meeting.
No, yeah, and 1 for all the members.
Yep.
Members. 1 for members, 2 for volunteers. Got it. And then special contribution. Okay, I got it.
No, guys.
That's 6.
You got the 6.
You're going to make me look at those.
1 participate, 1 volunteer, 1 attending today, 1 for the members, and 1 special.
Wasn't there someone supposed to be writing this down before the AGM?
Yeah, we did.
Hang on. The secretary.
Yeah, I know.
but we can't fire him now because he just took a roll on for another 2 years.
You can cut his pay.
You guys decided on the categories and didn't tell me.
Let's start with the category we know of, which is what I did over here. We sent out a mailer that identified who did what where. And there's a lot of people that did a lot of events. And I mentioned a few of them, Daniel, 16 events, Walter, 17 events, and so on and so forth. So I put all the names over here. Okay.
I forgot to put that in until this morning.
Oh, okay. I can put you in. How many events did you do?
With as volunteering, but at
That's
the
fine.
schools. Yep, at the schools. I did a total of 5.
Okay, Control C. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I click shuffle.
We're talking
Now
about
you're
participation, right?
Yeah, participation in Cascor events. Whether it be as a volunteer, as a competitor, and so on. So this is for 1 set of Toyo tires. Zoom in. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1, bang. Ooh.
Travis.
Yes, Travis Teagues. All right. Bang. So we have the name here, Travis Teagues, and that's for you. It's on video. So for participant. Okay. So do we want to use this wheel for your stuff, Ivano?
No. Well, do you want to do the volunteer one? Same role?
Sure, because they're all listed here anyway.
So just take him off though, right?
I did. I took Travis off.
Perfect.
I believe I did. I clicked that. So let me make sure. No, there's no instance of Travis here. All right. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Do you guys see that spinning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Alexander,
Alexander, who?
that guy on screen. Raise your
Yeah, I'm
hand.
here.
Raging.
Yeah, man.
I
So
believe he's in the call.
yeah, do
Where'd
you
you
win
not
it
vote?
fair and square?
Well, so I wanted to clarify. I didn't volunteer. I was
That's
a
fine. You'll
participant,
volunteer next year.
though.
All right.
Unless you don't want the tires.
Unless
Then
you
you can
don't
give
want the
them back.
tires. Do you want
No,
the tires?
I'll take the tires. Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Well, smart
So
guy.
you'll let Ivano know what size you guys
So-
need, okay?
What we'll do, if you guys can just, we'll get to this at the end. I'll just tell everybody email us. Okay,
I'm
so
writing
Joe,
them down.
can you quickly readjust your spinning wheel to add all the people on the call today? And in the meantime, I'll get the membership one done.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'll remove all instances of Alexander here.
Share my screen.
Okay. Well, let me add.
Window. Here we go.
Wheel of Fortune.
You guys can see this?
Actually, I'm going to
Yes.
clear
Yeah.
all this and just
Okay.
put
The
the
list.
people here.
So here's a list from
Yep.
1 to 104. Let
the
me know if you
SPDA
can
members,
see-
right?
Yeah, that's all the SPDA members.
Yep. Got it.
So can you see now this random number generator?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna hit the button 5 times, and then
Okay.
when we end up with that 5, we'll call the winner. Okay.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 97.
97.
97.
Number 97.
Todd Coles.
Todd Coles.
Okay, so Todd Coles is the winner for the members.
Any minute.
I got it. I'm documenting it.
You documented. Malcolm, can you do me a favor when you have a chance? Can you find his email address for me?
Sure.
Thanks. And now I will stop sharing. So that resolves that.
That's 3 sets, 1 for attendees and 1 for
Yep.
special
And then Stephen
contribution.
Trevor, look at your phone. Oh, sure you did. Maybe not.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'll share this again. Help me double check.
Alex, that's voodoo that you won.
So if you can see what's on the screen here, just help me
Wheel of
double check,
Fortune.
compare against the people on the call. We have myself, Alexander. I
19.
took your name off because there's 2 Alexanders on here.
That's right. You're right. You're 18.
Daniel, Doug, Evan, Nick, Trevor, Ivano, Jolie.
Walter Brooks is on the call.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Laszlo,
All
Malcolm,
Sorry.
Mark,
Join late, sorry.
Mike Victor, Scott, Igor, Stephen, Stuart, and Torrance Alexander, and Walter. So there's, I'm going to click shuffle here. There's 18 listed here. There's 19 on our call. So the only person that's not on here already won a set. So don't feel bad. Actually feel good. You won the set. I'm going to click shuffle here. And this is for participants on this call. So
Stephen Trevor, check your WhatsApp.
So are we good to spin the wheel?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Wheel of Fortune.
No.
Oh, look, it says he's 101. Perfect.
Dan.
Oh, look at that.
So close. Dan.
Sweet.
Yes.
Daniel.
Daniel.
Joe, you want to
I want to what?
well, based on the other conversation, what do you want to do?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I would suggest we confer after.
Okay.
We're trying to decide it right now.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll
Yeah,
leave the other one and we'll leave the other one and then we'll announce it publicly on the websites and so on.
So
That's-
the
I don't know what that means.
For
Very
clarity,
cool.
we're talking about the we select a individual who's very deserving of tires. That's done with the co-founders. We haven't decided that yet, so we will confer after the call and figure out who that should go to.
Yeah. Usually we used to call this the Spirit of SPDA Award, where we give away a set of tires to someone deserving as selected by us. So we'll get back to you on that.
Perfect.
All right. So the results, we have Travis. You got that, Laz?
Yep.
Alexander, Daniel, and then
Todd.
Todd.
And
Todd?
then to be determined for Spirit of SPDA Award.
That'll get. We'll announce that on the site later on today.
Coolness.
Do you guys
All
take
right.
bribes?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's in the spirit, right?
Yeah, it is part of the spirit.
Oh boy.
We pay for venues. That's bribing to use it.
If you can drag in like 5 or 10 brand new volunteers, that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've attracted a volunteer or two for the season, so I'll let you know if they'll be coming. It's
that's a good bribe.
They drive a Honda though, so I don't know.
That's all right. That's all
But
right.
it's a weird one with a motor in the back.
That's fine too.
It's just not spun going backwards.
Is this a CRX by chance?
No.
Oh.
What's Rich's last name?
Morris.
Morris, okay.
All right. So if there's any questions from the floor, because if there's none, this brings to the close the virtual AGM for 2025. Anyone, seriousness, want a motion to close this? All right.
I motion to close the meeting.
All right. Trevor.
Close the meeting.
And then Evan seconds it. All right, folks. Thank you very much. We will see you out there. Volunteer, spread the word. We're friendly. Thanks a lot.
Going back to the garage.
Yes.
Joe, you're going to share the video or or whatever it's called, the recording.
Yes.
And I've put notes in the SPDA planners.
So it's going to take time to create the video. I'm going to download it, put it on my personal YouTube. Then I'll send you, Laz,
Link?
the
Okay.
YouTube link, and then we can post it everywhere.
Have you already canceled the feed?
I am.
Okay. Did you? That's so embarrassing. Did you guys see my wife?
Stop recording now.